Okay. Unlike your regular backup kind of stuff means take a backup, store in a different location means store in a external hard disk, store in mm, a specific drive or a store in a external sorry DATs, storing in a DATs, storing in a cloud like that. So it is not like that. Shadow copy stores in a same drive only, stores in a same drive only. So look at here. So I will explain first what is a shadow copy. I have a drive. I have a drive. So for example, it is a D drive or a C drive, whatever it is. Like it is a drive. It contains some data. For example, F1, F2, F3. The files are there. Now I want to protect this data. So what I have to do? I have to take a backup and store in some external drive, right? This is traditional way. But what is this shadow copy? Is I will create a point here. So like this is like a shadow copy. Okay, shadow copy one, shadow copy point one. Okay, like this. And I created a files like a file three, sorry, four, five like this. Now what happened? I deleted by accidentally some of these files. Some of these files are accidentally I deleted. So I will tell. So I will go to the previous version. I use a word called a previous version. Means automatically this data will restore it back here. So I no need to select any backup locations. No need to select any storage. Immediately we can simply we can restore the data from our hard disk only. Okay, so if you want to restore it like that, so you have to take backup before. And where this backup of this data stores? In this drive only, not in a separate drive itself, not as external hard disk, not even a e drive, f drive also. This data stores in the drive in a shorter way, in a shorter way. It won't, we can't see the what is happened backup kind of stuff, we can't see it. It stores in the same drive in a shorter way. Okay, so if any case by your active file is not working or maybe it is missing, so you can restore it from the your shadow. You can restore it from the shadow, which is like you have original copy and there is a shadow copy, both are in a same drive. This is original copy, this is a shadow copy. If original is missing, no problem. You can take the shadow copy and restore it back. So you want to do that one, you have to tell backup before. So protection on condition is there. So we have to do that one. So I will show you in practically, because how much I tell in explanation, you will get headache. If you don't understand, that is okay, no problem. But if you got headache, that's the problem. This is my server, of course, itself a domain controller. Anybody having any doubts in domain control also? Ask me. Guys, your Windows 10 and Windows servers are completed or not?
Yes, sir, completed.
Networking,
Yes, sir.
networking, Windows 10, Windows Server, database fundamentals, right? Okay, so guys, go through the Windows servers also tonight. Both storage, backup. I think storage backup you are completed. Okay, or maybe just go through once and go through once your server and networking, very basics. So tomorrow morning or afternoon, definitely I'll ask. Anytime I will ask some questions. It's not scoring part kind of stuff, okay? But just for your self practice purpose, you will understand. So why I'm asking also. Yeah, it's my server, right? So I don't need all these things. Just I need it will take time, and it is expired. It is so many days back I created. This is my E drive, and this is my C drive, right? See, of course, by C drive itself, it is already protection is on previous version. This is the tab shadow copy. Can you able to view shadow copy? Disable, 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 like that. So what I'm doing is you can go to any drive, C drive or E drive, both are same in a shadow copy. I'm enabling for a E drive. Before enabling, I have to go to E drive. Have some data. See, desktop wallpaper, home folder, roaming folder, and I am also creating some data here. Mm, Tell me some names here. It is like a file one. So why file one? We'll take some names from you only. I kill. I kill file. Mm, Pranay. Pranay file. Okay. So I'm creating a files. First time only I'm showing to this thing in a practical way. Maybe in so many years back. Okay. Online it is first time. Okay. So guys, look at I created a two files, of course, and I'm going to enable this shadow copy on this drive. So go to the drive. Can you able to see this one, right? Shadow copy, the tab.
Yes, sir.
Very good. So this is the E drive, and I'm enabling it. So it is, do you want to enable shadow copy? If you enable shadow copies, Windows will use the default schedule and settings and create a shadow copy of selected volumes now. Okay, you have to read it when you're doing it, guys. The difference between a professional and just a guy. What is the difference? You must read it. You must know what you are doing it. Just doing like a installation, next install. That is not a professional way. So we must start learning by reading what it is showing here. Okay, default settings are not appropriate of a server have high IO loads. For a heavily used server, you must manually configure shadow copies and place the storage area on a volume that not shadow copied. Okay, something it is showing. Yes, I want to enable it. Now it is created automatically. The first copy is created. See, that's the time. Okay, and you can go to the settings, and there is a user limit. No limit is there. So there is okay. There is a some 2 GB limit is there. User limit. You need at least 300 MB of free space to create a shadow copy. You must have in the E drive only. You must have at least 300 MB minimum free it is. And also you can do schedule it. So click on the schedule. Again, you can schedule the shadow copy like a weekly once or like that. You can able to do it. Okay. You can delete also, no problem. That is nothing. Okay. Click OK. Click OK. Now data is there. Okay. Now I'm going to create some more two files after enabling. Mm, so tell me some easy names. Vijay. Okay, I choose easy names, so then it is so easy to type. Okay, and I'm going to create one more file. So we'll see these two are before I enabling it. These two after enabling it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is properties, shadow copy enabled, and this is created time. Now go to the previous version. See, it is showing like this. I'm going to open it. What happened? So click open. See. So when I take a shadow copy of it, I have only these data. So where is the newly created one? Not showing. Newly created one? Not showing. Okay. I will show you one more thing. That is, I'm going to delete Akil. Remember, I am going to delete Akil. Shift delete. So recycle bin, it is not available in recycle bin also. Shift delete. Shift delete it. So permanently delete. No, it is not storing in a recycled bin also. Going back. Properties. Previous copy. Open. See, Akil is there. Akil is there. So if you want to restore it, you can restore it also. Okay, you can restore it also. Yeah, you want to restore, just click restore, restore, skip. Because it's a folder now, so there is some issue. See, Achilles came back. See, Achille file. This is a shadow copy. Where the data is storing? In the same drive only. It is not storing any separate drive. So how to do it? So first of all, put some data in the drive. Make sure it is a server, and go to the shadow copy on the drive. Enable it. Okay, and automatically it is created. Now you want to create again. So for example, you have some data now. So for example, you have a data, and how to create a this shadow copy, because already I created. When I enable it, automatically one copy is created. Again you want to create it, because I added two more files. Just click on create now. Now it is created. Okay, so you want to see what is there inside of this one. What is there inside of this one? Go to previous version, the previous version tab. Select what is the last version. So this is a 544. Click open. So these are the files are in this previous version point. Now if in case if you lost the data, you lost the data. So I'm shift deleting this data. See, I'm shift deleting this data. So four files I deleted. Now I want to restore it. Where is the data? I didn't store any place. The data stores in my disk in the previous version format. So I'm selecting this one, 144. Restore. Restore. Okay. Don't worry about what is I skipped and all. Okay. So just restore. Now I got my files back. So this is called a shadow copy. You guys understand shadow copy? Shadow copy is a kind of backup type only. But the thing is, it won't back up in a different location. It backups in a same drive only. It backups in a same drive only. We can retrieve the data from the previous version option. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
why can't we create backup in another drive with shadow copy?
Because yeah, we can also create the shadow copies in separate drive.
Okay.
Okay, we can create it, but what is the advantage of in a same drive? What is the advantage of doing like this?
Maybe if that file gets deleted, we can retrieve it.
We can retrieve immediately. No need to search which drive you have stored a backup. Only for faster retrieving purpose. Okay. Shadow copy allow user to view content of shared folders as content exists for previously point or something is there. But you can able to see, and as well as you can able to restore immediately. No need to wait some separate drive. You can go to settings, and also you can change located on Windows volume details like this. You can store in separate drive also, but I don't have a separate drive like that. We can schedule the shadow copies also. How to create a separate drive? I have 20 GB hard disk, right? I will create some 10 GB hard disk. How to create it, guys?
Creating in partition as a new volume.
Yes. How to do it?
Disk management.
Next. Next, what to do? I have open disk management.
Create new volume.
Where? Where is a create new volume?
Sync volume. Sync volume.
Very good. Shrink volume. So I have 20 GB drive. So I am creating shrink volume. Maybe I'll 4 GB. I will put it. Later I will add it. No problem. So shrink volume. New simple volume. This is the fourth. Okay. Which type of disk it is? GPT or MBR type of disk?
GPT, sir.
Very good.
GPT.
Why? Because it is showing MBR
To
and
convert to MBR.
I created 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Something is there. It is not no external extended partition kind of stuff, right? So like that. This is my F drive I newly created. Very good. Now I'm going to E drive properties, and whenever you're creating a shadow copy, so make sure that the drive, which is if you are using some external drive, means other drive, if you are using, or maybe you are using external hard disk, so you want to store your shadow copy files into the separate drive. Make sure it is not having a shadow copy in it. Like a shadow copy should not be enabled in it. And it is also showing for C also, but I don't know. No, 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 not this one. Okay, so details like this. No, no, you can't. Why you can't able to change it? You can change it like this. You can able to change it. Let's say volume is F. Storage area located on this volume is E. Like this, we can able to do it. But reverse is not happening. Maybe you have to disable and then you have to create it. Okay. Okay. Now, so now last question. How to add this 4 GB to 16 GB?
Use extend partition.
Very good. Extend volume. How to
Volume.
add this 4 GB to this C drive?
Same, extension.
4 GB to C drive. Right. Where is extended volume?
No, sir, there's no value.
Yeah. But here it is showing difference. The unallocated must be adjacent, must be this side, must be this side. Okay. Compulsory this side. Okay. This this is E drive and this is unallocated. For example, we can't add it. Okay. For example, this is unallocated. I can't add this unallocated to E drive. Next, this is unallocated. I can add it to E drive, but I cannot add it to C drive because of it's not adjacent and must be like this. Okay. It's look like sir, you said storages, Linux, Windows servers and all, and this is the basic disk management, hardware management kind of stuff. It's a very silly thing. you know Sometimes that is also question in interview. No one can expect what is question in the interviews. They can ask from basics mostly. Okay, so do not ignore any point as question. Okay,
Wanted to
yeah, tell me. Okay, this is a shadow copy. Next one is I'm going to add up just 10-15 minutes only, just we will leave it. Okay guys, as you asked like a what is snapshot, actually this snapshot will take the current condition of this entire machine. Means my machine currently installed with a few things. First of all, I have an operating system, Windows Server 2016 operating system only. I install Active Directory inside DHCP, DNS, okay, DNS. Storage related some files are there, okay, some data is also there. Now, this is my position of PC. What I done, I took a snapshot of this. Okay, I took a snapshot of this one. So, before this snapshot, when I take this snapshot, what are the condition of my PC? It is in this location. For example, this is one. Okay. Now, after taking a snapshot, I have a same thing, same copy is there. No, whatever it is there. Now add a some data. I'm added a some data. For example, add a mm, for example, I install a WDS server. I install a WDS role. Okay. I copied some ISO images in it because of WDS. That's it. Okay. So what is the difference between this and this? No difference. Only this is extra from here to here. Okay. This is extra from there to here. But how system understand which is extra, which is not extra kind of stuff. So leave it about something. The question is in this condition, in the first condition, like a operating system, you install operating system and you put some data and you make some changes and settings and you install a active directory and some roles like a DHCP and you configure DHCP, you configure DNS and some files are also there, right? And where is all this stores? Where all this data stores? Operating system is also a data, right? It is nothing but files like software files. Normal data is a data. Active directory is a role, which is nothing but a data. It is in your operating system. DHCP, DNS, or any shared folders, all are data only, all are things in your system only. And where is all these things stores? System. Don't think about virtual machine. Think about just a system. Guys, anybody?
Hard drives.
Yes, that's the simplest thing, right? Where all the things of system stores, hard disk only, nothing. It won't store in anywhere. It stores only in hard disk. I have a lot of applications in my PC. I have a lot of virtual machines in my PC. I have a lot of mails, clients are there. Go to meeting is there. YouTube is there. I have all these things. All the scrap material itself, like a lot of waste data is also there. Okay, temporary data is also there. So where all these things actually stores, it stores in your hard disk only. The running data only stores in RAM. Other than that one, all remaining stores in hard disk only. So so when you take a snapshot, okay, so you save a hard disk in a single point. So like very simple, when you take a snapshot, what are the data in your hard disk, as a current position, it stores in your hard disk only. Okay, so when you take a snapshot, you can't take a snapshot in physical hard disk. You can take a snapshot in a virtual hard disk only. In a virtual hard disk only, you can take a snapshot like this. Snap means picture, as it is, like what is the going on your hard disk, what is going on your system. So it is freeze that point and you take a second point. So the all the previous things are save in the first condition, first point, and you can change it anything after taking snapshot. Whatever you change after snapshot, it won't affect on your previous one. It won't affect on a previous one. It because it's create a difference, differencing. It will create a difference. This is different and this is different, but it is dependent. Okay, this is different, this is different, but it is dependent, and it is act like a the main disk is like a parent, and this disk is like a child. Okay, this is like a parent, this is like a child. You can do any modifications after taking a snapshot, which is won't affect on your main disk or a main machine. Okay, and you can revert it to the previous condition. You can revert it to the previous, so then this will be gone from your system. Or you can take another snapshot also. Here you can take another snapshot, so then you can able to revert it to the this condition. So I will take. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm taking another snapshot from here and make it as a another condition too. Okay, just like another child for this snapshot. Okay, so again, like this dependence, so this child become parent and this is the child, so totally parent grandparent kind of stuff. Someone put a question. Yes, you have to give some storage, not in a same disk, separate hard disk it will create. Okay, separate hard disk will be created. Like this is a main disk and this is the separate hard disk. Main disk contains the previous data. This new disk contains the new data or maybe accessible data, like that. So this second one does not have this thing. Okay, this is contains a completely new, but we can access. So that is a confusing part. Okay, just like maybe I have a virtual machines. Nowadays I'm not using these virtual machines at all. No, no. We'll be back. So we'll go. We'll take it. Manage. Okay, this is a snapshotted, right? So snapshotted one. F drive. Right click. Open VM directory. Directly it will open. See, VMDK is a original hard disk. VMDK original hard disk. This is a snapshot hard disk. Snap. Okay. How many snapshots you take it? It shows like this. And a snapshot reference metadata. Yeah, VMSD. It is a snapshot metadata when you take a snapshot kind of stuff. Okay, virtual machine snapshot. This is another memory it is created. Virtual machine snapshot kind. But this is the sick means after taking snapshot. So this is the storage disk. This is original storage disk. This is the second storage disk. So that's the difference in from here to here. Snapshot and image depends upon different people use different kind of stuff. Normally, if you take a picture, that is called a snapshot, snap, or we can call it as a picture. That is a natural kind of stuff. But in a technically snapshot, one more is there, no? Image. Why you say image? That is another one. Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Snapshot. Another one is a checkpoint. Usually in Hyper-V, we use checkpoint, point, checkpoint. Okay, snapshot and checkpoint. Both are different. Not different, same thing, same thing. But checkpoint we use in Hyper-V, snapshot we use here. But main important is, guys, snapshot means snapshot or checkpoint. We are snapping the hard disk, and we are making a differencing disk. Means the first the actual data stores in the main parent disk, and we create a child disk on the parent disk. Okay, whatever the changes occur in a child disk, it won't affect on your parent disk. So securely can do things. Okay, so that's it about your snapshot. One more is there, that is called a data deduplication. So that is also I will tell, because it's a 5 minutes topic, and we'll close it today. Okay, I'm getting a lot of neck pain also. A morning traveling effect. Yeah. Yeah, here it is. We'll see data deduplication. So what is this data deduplication? We'll see. I have a data. Normally, I have an external hard disk, 2 terabyte of external hard disk. At least there is a 10 to 20 GB data is duplicate data is there, means a data is repeated again. Data is repeated means I download a Windows 10 image, and again I download a image, Windows 10 image. So what happened? So I store in a separate folders without knowing, without checking. Okay, without checking properly. So I store the data multiple times. Now what I done, I found all the duplicate files and I delete the files. Then what happened? I get a more space. Normally, when you say duplicate means additional copy, deduplication means removing additional copy. That is we think normally. Okay, so that is a regular data deduplication kind of means duplicate, no duplicate kind of stuff. Remove the duplicates, so we will get a less. We will get a more space. Okay, we will get a more space, right? But this concept is not like that. Okay, this data is, for example, you have a data. For example, A is a data here in a first. Okay, B, C, like this, D, E, F in a one folder, or maybe a file contains some text with some thing. Okay, and I have a B, C, X, Y, Z in another folder like that. Okay, so don't go much. Simply try to understand pretty straightforward. Okay, because it's also will give you a headache. Okay, now what is the common between this data and this data? A, B, C are a common. So it will create ABC metadata, and it put as something for this one. So it will give, so ABC metadata plus DEF, this is one file, and plus XYZ, another file, another kind of stuff. It means instead of two times, it put a one time. And when you are accessing this one, when you want to access this one, it will give you like this. This is plus this, you will get a output. If you want this file, when you want to access this one, and it will, you will access like this. So the repeated the same data, we they put it into one kind of stuff only. So what is happening, the what is the advantage of that one is, you can reduce the yeah, you can reduce the size on your disk. So a lot of people store a data, but where we are, here it is, where we seen data deduplication. Okay, you have a lot of data stores, and when you are storing a data, so what happen, it's occupy the data space, right? So still your physical, the physical duplications of data, you're removing it, but still there is a lot of space is occupying. That is become a lot of challenges for organizations to store the data. What they are doing, they're using a data deduplication. When you go to Windows Server itself, you can find a role called a data deduplication role. So what is the advantage of it? It identify and remove duplications within a data without compromising data's integrity or a fidelity. Goal to store more data on a less space. More data in a less space. Next, see it is file 1, file 2. Metadata is there. Now, what it is done in a chunk store, so it is created ABCMN and XY separately. When you are accessing file 1, so it will take the ABC plus MN and it will display the data to you. When you are going for a file to, then ABC plus XY kind of stuff. Okay, it is to manage with the metadata. Data deduplication, so mainly aims it it is not compressing the data. Compressing data is different. Compressing the data means huge amount of data we compress and store the data into to so we can get the more space by compressing the data. That is compression. This is deduplication, means it cut the your data, find any similar pieces are there, make it as a metadata, and whenever you are accessing, so they will combine based on that one. Okay, so then obviously instead of repeated pieces of data is there, so they'll remove it and put it as a single one only. And if you don't understand deduplication data, it is okay, no problem. If you understand, it is okay, that is also better, good. Okay, future several kind of stuff is there, just read it once. 80% we can able to save your disk space. So this is about your some part of storage compulsory. So guys, tomorrow we'll see virtual hard disk and some more few more points of storage. That's it for today.